your host Eleanor Calder, and today with us we have a very special guest, the romantic, the fascinating, and the poetic Jane Austen. Can you have a round of applause, everybody? Welcome, Miss Jane. Have a seat. Jane, how are you doing on this lovely day?
Oh, I'm just doing wonderful, and thank you so much for having me on this show.
No, it's our honor to have you on this show. I'm a huge fan. Tonight I will be asking you a few questions that will reflect your personal life and your career life. I hope you won't mind though.
Oh, absolutely not, dear.
Oh, the first question that we have today is that your books are appreciated and recognized all over the world. How does that feel?
I am absolutely delighted by the appreciation that I receive, and it only encourages me to write more and more.
Which book do you consider as your best accomplishment?
I would consider Pride and Prejudice as my best one yet.
Oh really? That's my favorite as well. And I hope it's there as well, isn't it, guys? So, Miss Austen, would you like to tell us a bit about your family?
We are a family of 9. My father, George Austen, my mother, Cassandra, and my brothers, Edward, Henry, Charles, Francis, and James. And lastly, my beloved sister, Cassandra, and me.
That's a huge family. On that note, I would like to ask you, how was the support of your family during your writing years?
My family was very encouraging, especially my father. He always praised my work, and his faith in me is what kept me firm all along. And you know, he was the one who provided me with expensive material for writing.
Oh wow, that's really great of him. I've been heard about the beautiful bond between you and your sister Cassandra. Would you like to tell me about what does Cassandra mean to you?
Cassandra, well, you know, Cassandra is not only my sister, but she's the keeper of all my secrets. She is my confidant, my greatest strength, and my closest friend.
Wow. So, Jane, you acquired some of your education in a boarding school in Oxford. It's known that you came back early from the boarding school. So, how did you acquire the remainder of your education after returning?
After returning back from the boarding school, I acquired the remainder of my education mostly by reading books. I was also guided by my father and my brothers, and I had an unfettered access to my father's library.
That's an exceptional way to educate yourself when you don't have a sir or any guardian.
Absolutely.
Jane, there came a part in your life when you had to move away from your childhood home, Bath. So how did it reflect your writing in a way?
Moving away from Bath came to me as a shock because it was the only home that I had ever known. And yes, definitely it affected my writings because my disturbed state of mind was an obstacle to my productivity.
It must be very hard on you.
It definitely was.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are you having fun tonight? Well, it's time for a short break. I'm your host, Eleanor Calder. Stay tuned.
Guns down by one of the very people that are trying to help.
Hey, Mom.
Creation of hunger, and everyone becomes a criminal.
What's wrong? Mom, I got a D in today's assignment. It's okay. Shh. Now, dear, don't forget to take this every day. It will help you study better. Okay, Mom. Mom!
I got a new class today!
See? I told you! Nature's Bounty multivitamins. It supports healthy brain function and circulation. It really works! It got me an A+.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Women of Today, and I am your host, Eleanor Calder. And right now we have Miss Jane Austen in conversation, and we're going to start our queries. So, Miss Jane, I'm really sorry to hear about the demise of your father, and I've heard that there's an exceptional bond between both of you. Would you like to share a bit about him?
My father, well, he was very proud of my accomplishments. He even tried to get my book Pride and Prejudice published without me even knowing it. And a few fond memories of his are me and Cassandra reading to him from his extensive library, us playing together and producing plays.
An amazing dad, I suppose. So, let's start. How did your life take a huge turn after 1811?
The years after 1811, they were the most rewarding years of my life. I had the satisfaction of seeing 4 of my books in print and well reviewed, and I became a well-known novelist whose books were read all over the Europe.
Splendid books they were, weren't they, people? As we're talking about your novels, I heard that Prince Regent took pleasure in reading your novels. So, would you like to share something about it?
Yes, Prince Regent definitely did enjoy reading my novels, so much that he had a set of each in his residencies, and Emma, that was dedicated to him as a royal order.
Wow! So this conversation is going to take a little turn. So towards your love life. So did you ever find a love life so elusive in your own novels?
Well, no. Unfortunately, my love life has been a bit unpromising.
Talking about love, can I dare ask you about your time with Tom Lefroy?
There wasn't much that happened between me and Mr. Tom Lefroy, but we had a blissful few weeks together and were delighted by each other's company. We would dance and talk whenever the occasion allowed.
Being this huge novelist and an amazing one, you must have some literary influences when you were a young child or before becoming a novelist. So can you tell us who were they?
Burney, Maria Edgeworth, and Walpole Radcliffe are the ones that inspire me. According to me, they are just exceptional writers.
We would like to know what leisure activities did you take part in during your adolescence?
During my spare time, I would practice the forte piano, and I would read aloud novels with my family in the evenings. Socializing with the neighbors and friends was a daily routine of my life.
Writing must not be the only thing that you do in your spare time. Can you tell us, besides writing, what other passions do you have?
I enjoy dancing and attending balls. According to my brother, I excel at dancing.
End to this conversation. Before saying goodbye, would you like to say something to the readers and your listeners?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you again for inviting me to this lovely show. And I love all of my readers and writers, and they motivate me to write more and more. A heart-to-heart advice that I would like to give is, life is short, spread love and happiness all around you.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's show with Miss Jane Austen. We had an amazing time. And now, but we have to say goodbye. I'm your host, Eleanor Calder. Till next Friday, see you again.